Hey guys, welcome out to the Indie Lounge. My name's Warren Workman with Film Buzz, and we're going to be talking with a couple filmmakers today. Right now we've got some of the cast, and this is an awesome team, really, of the film Cleaner, which is up at Sundance. Yes? Yes, okay, just making sure I didn't mess it up. And I would consider this, what, a dark comedy? It would be the best way to put this in a genre. It's got some creepy little elements in it. I don't know how much of the film you guys want me to talk about up front. I've seen it twice because I was laughing too hard the first time through, that I had to come back and listen to some more of it. So it's a really funny film. And let's have the guys here introduce themselves, and we'll kind of take it from there. Does that work for you guys? Awesome.
Hey, I'm Michael Steves, and I'm the director and co-writer of Cleaner.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Laporte, and I play Fern Peterson.
She's the star.
And I'm Bubba Fish. I'm the co-writer and producer of Cleaner.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Gale, and I play Jenny Bernstein in the film.
She's the villain.
I'm the mean girl. I mean well, though.
But you're also the best friend.
Well, I think I'm best
yes?
friends, yeah.
Well, yes. Now this film, you guys want to get, let's bring it over to the director real quick. Tell us first off, what the film is in a nutshell.
So this movie, it's called Cleaner. It's about a girl, Fern Peterson, in high school who has a very clingy, possessive boyfriend who gets beheaded in a very unfortunate accident and comes back from the dead as a ghost to kill her so they can be together forever in the afterlife. So it's a horror comedy, kind of in the vein of Evil Dead, Devil Eyed Reanimator, kind of like an 80s style horror comedy. With a lot of heart. It's also, the tagline is nothing is scarier than your first love, and the movie's kind of about the horrors of first love and that moment in your life when you realize that just because you love someone doesn't mean you deserve their love back. So, in a nutshell, that's kind of what it's about.
You don't deserve their love back? Okay, I'll have to remember that. Okay. Okay, so now, because we're talking about first loves, I've got to know, what was the first awkward relationship, first awkward love relationship any of you guys have experienced that you were able to pull from for this film?
Tell your story. Okay.
Or is it more biographical?
Sorry, you want to tell about it?
Tell.
Okay, so awkward first love stories. So here's one that's biographical. When I was in college, I put on a play, and in the play I did a little stunt in it. And there was a mix-up between a prop sword and a real sword, and I ended up getting stabbed with a real sword during a play production. It's scars right here. I'll show it to you later. At the time I was going through a breakup with my first high school girlfriend, and when I was stabbed, I was in the ambulance, and I was like, this is totally the time when I should text her and say something kind of awesome, and then she'll totally like me back again. And I sent her some sort of cheesy text, and the response was basically like, what? So essentially it was a moment for me where I kind of thought like, oh, this is totally the third act of the movie where I'm the nice guy and I win the girl back. And there's a realization that no, just because you think you're a nice guy doesn't mean you necessarily deserve to get the girl back, or that they have to love you back. And that's, in a nutshell, kind of what Cleaner is about. Clinger's about a guy who is possessive and clingy and thinks that if he loves her, she must love him back, to the point of pursuing her in a creepy way. And it's something that I think a lot of people learn when they have their first relationship, that someone doesn't have to love you back.
Now, one of the key points you guys bring out really well in the movie is that he's never a bad guy. You know, he just has a problem with wanting someone to love him, and he takes it to like the nth degree. And so you guys did really well in portraying him as really well-rounded as far as that goes. But was there ever a point where you guys had that line that you were trying to be conscious never to cross and say, look, we got to make sure we don't demonize him as a character, otherwise we'll just stop liking him altogether, and then we kind of wanted to die a second time?
So we had like 10 maybe test screenings throughout the year while I was editing, because I edited the movie too, and we would invite people over that we didn't like. That didn't like us, excuse me. We invited people over that did not like us. We knew we were gonna, crap on the movie. And one of the biggest notes was, Robert is too evil, why is Fern continuing with him? So a ton of it was editing, trying to make it so that like you understand where she's at when she's continuing the relationship and making him seem like somebody that you could be. Like everyone, I think a lot of people have been the clingy guy or the clingy person, and a lot of people have been in a relationship with the clingy person. So try to make it relatable, try to make people see themselves in it. And it took a lot of
Then I have to ask,
time,
for our talent that's up here on stage, did you have to pull any real life experiences to pull this off? Or was the writing so good that you didn't even need to worry about real life experiences at all?
Of course, I think we've all had some experiences with some clingy people who don't understand boundaries. And I will not name any names, but in my life, in my high school life, there have been a few people who I had to kind of gently push boundaries, but who just clearly were not getting it. And obviously Klinger takes it to a little bit of an extreme, but there's definitely a lot there that I was able to pull from.
Same question.
Yeah, I definitely had an awkward relationship in 8th grade. That was kind of awkward. That I kind of felt I could relate to. Robert in the movie is not clinging to me, so I didn't have to do anything with that. But I definitely can relate to the story behind it. 8th grade in general is just awkward for everyone. So, and our whole relationship was based through AIM, so that was not a good start either. So yeah, there's definitely some real life elements to it for sure.
That's well instant messaging.
Yeah, now while you still have the microphone, it's really important to point out that this movie really is a hilarious film. There's even a line where your character has an organization that they're raising money for in the film. That it's kind of like the one worthy cause that all this tragedy has come from. Do you remember the organization?
Yes, it's the Robert Klinger Foundation for Beheaded Youth.
Say it in the
It's the Robert Klinger Foundation for Beheaded Youth.
And what's the statistics on that one again? Do you remember?
2.6 youths American youths are beheaded each year.
So it's a
and we think that's wrong.
It's a funny film. Guys, it's already premiered at Sundance, yes?
Tonight.
Tonight? Oh, so you haven't missed it yet. Extra still make it 10:30 tonight. Now, we're playing this all over the world though, so if people can't see it tonight, what's the likelihood they ever get to see this film?
If it gets distribution.
It'll get distribution. When it gets distribution. And then where can people find out more information about it?
KlingerTheMovie.com or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram @KlingerTheMovie.
Perfect, guys. Thank you so much for coming out to our panel. Take a look at it, guys. KlingerTheMovie.com. Hilarious film.